Hello and a very warm welcome to all of you. I'm Meha Bhardwaj and this is Game On, where you get the latest from the world of sports. And we've got to begin with the Indian Premier League. Royal Challengers Bengaluru's hopes of exercising a 17-year jinx hinge on their experienced batting unit finding its range when they face Chennai Super Kings on Friday. The Royal Challengers have beaten the Super Kings only once at Chepauk in the inaugural edition of the tournament in 2008. In the current RCB squad, only star batter Virat Kohli was part of that moment, and now he will like to breach the CSK fortress for a second time. But it won't be an easy task. This Chennai fortress is constructed so CSK can win all their home matches on a pitch that offers considerable help to the spinners. They have the ever-familiar Ravindra Jadeja and have brought back old boy Ravichandran Ashwin through last year's players' auction. The Chennai side has also added Afghanistan left-arm wrist spinner Noor Ahmed to the squad, and the Troika did well against fellow five-time champions Mumbai Indians a few days back. The trio bowled 11 overs against Mumbai, conceding an appreciable 70 runs for 5 wickets. The pitch is expected to retain its character for this match as well, and the RCB batters, led by Virat Kohli, they will have to lift their game several notches to outwit an experienced bowling unit. Negating spin has not always been a strong point of Kohli's batting, but in the last 2 years or so, he has showed massive improvement in that department. Central to that change is his willingness to play more sweep and slog sweeps against spinners, and Kohli will have to bring all those expertise to the table on a blockbuster evening. But then Kohli alone won't be able to tackle a competent bowling machine, and he will require full-hearted support from Phil Salt, skipper Rajat Patidar, Liam Livingstone, Jitesh Sharma and the others. Now, looking at the Chepauk pitch, RCB might even consider bringing in Jacob Bethel, possibly for Tim David, who also can provide them a left-arm spin option. They will also keep an eye on the fitness of pacer Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who missed the first match against KKR due to a niggle. And if the veteran's fit, then he will come in for Rasik Salam. On the other hand, the Super Kings will be eager for their middle order to find its groove, as Shivam Dube, Deepak Hooda and Sam Curran, all of them faltered against Mumbai Indians in the last match. They should lend more support to Rachin Ravindra and the captain Ruturaj Gaikwad, while hoping for another strong cameo from MS Dhoni if it comes to that. The CSK team will also closely monitor the fitness of their ace pacer Mathisha Pathirana, who missed the game against Mumbai. Nathan Ellis, he may sit out if the Sri Lankan regains his fitness in time. And former Australian all-rounder Shane Watson and Royal Challengers Bengaluru, he said that RCB will have to tweak their team composition to suit the demands of the Chepauk pitch in their second game against Chennai Super Kings. The Royal Challengers are coming off a fine win over Kolkata Knight Riders, but Watson believes that they will face a bigger challenge against Chennai. Now, speaking as an expert on JioStar, Watson said, and I quote, "It's going to be a huge challenge for RCB to go to Chepauk, especially given the quality of bowlers CSK have at their disposal. RCB will likely need to adjust their team composition to counter CSK's strengths. But make no mistake, Chepauk is a fortress." Watson, who played for both CSK and RCB in his IPL career, cited the presence of quality spinners in Chennai's ranks as primary reason for their dominance at their home venue. He said CSK's entire setup is built around excelling in Chennai. Just look at the 3 spinners who bowled brilliantly in their opening game against MI. Ashwin, Jadeja and Noor Ahmed. They are going to be a real handful on that surface. Seeing Noor Ahmed make such an impact in his first game for CSK will only boost the team's confidence, knowing they have another wicket-taking option. That's what he said. Okay, Quinton de Kock struck a magnificent 97 not out, anchoring Kolkata Knight Riders' chase to perfection as they secured a dominant 8-wicket win against Rajasthan Royals on Wednesday, opting to bowl KKR's disciplined bowling attack led by their spin duo Varun Chakravarti and Moeen Ali. They restricted Rajasthan Royals to a below par 151 for 9. In response, de Kock remained 97 not out from 61 balls. His knock laced with 8 fours and 6 sixes as KKR comfortably chased down the target in 17.3 overs. The chase was never in trouble, with the required run rate hovering around a run a ball. KKR lost Moeen Ali and skipper Ajinkya Rahane early, but Chepauk held one end firm, finding an able partner in young Ankarish Raghuvanshi. The duo stitched together an unbroken 83-run partnership that came off just 44 balls. The Proteas keeper batter was at his fluent best, preferring ground strokes over aerial risks, yet he still managed to find boundaries with ease. He took calculated risks, fully aware of the modest target. He brought up his half-century in just 35 balls, sweeping Vanendu Hasaranga for a towering 6 over wide long on, his third of the innings. The Royals may have outplayed their spin options, allowing KKR batters to settle into a rhythm. Hasaranga, who had dismissed Chepauk twice in the past, he was dominated by Chepauk in this matchup. Earlier, Varun Chakravarti and Moeen Ali, they dismantled the Royals' middle order, picking up 2 wickets each in successive overs right after the power play, shifting the momentum in KKR's favour. Seamer Vaibhav Arora, he was expensive, but he chipped in with 2 crucial wickets. He dismissed Sanju Samson with a yorker in the power play for 13 before dismissing impact substitute Shubham Dubey cheaply. Harshit Rana, he was good at death, breaking Dhruv Jurel's promising innings of 33 and removing the dangerous Shimron Hetmeyer for just 7, both in the crucial penultimate over. A quick-fire cameo, 16 from 7 balls from Jofra Archer, ensured that they reached 150 mark, but he fell to Spencer Johnson in the penultimate ball of the innings. RR had looked set for a big total at 67 for 1 with a well-set Yashasvi Jaiswal and local lad Riyan Parag at the crease. However, KKR struck back immediately. Chakravarti, their mystery spinner, triggered that collapse in the 7th over, dismissing the dangerous-looking Parag with a well-disguised 113 kilometers per hour delivery. Moeen then, he struck in his second over when he had an advancing Yashasvi Jaiswal holding out to long on for 29 of 24 balls. The slide, triggered by the spinners, messed with the host's plans as RR were tottering at 82 for 5. So 67 for 1 to 82 for 5. They couldn't recover from there. Somehow they managed 150 with Dhruv Jurel and Jofra Archer's late blows. Now, Wednesday's result against Kolkata Knight Riders meant that the Rajasthan Royals, they are now winless after 2 games in the season. They lost to Sunrisers Hyderabad in their opening encounter by 44 runs. What some fans and experts are wondering is why have they chosen Guwahati's ACA Stadium as their home ground instead of Jaipur? Now, Rajasthan Royals lost the game by an 8-wicket margin to Kolkata Knight Riders. Clearly, the pitch wasn't suited for Rajasthan Royals' strength, but they favoured the visiting team instead. The wicket was slow and it assisted spinners. KKR, they used the middle overs really well with their spinners Moeen Ali and Varun Chakravarti. They bowled 7 of their 9 overs in that period. Between them, they conceded just a 6 and a 4 while picking up 4 wickets, as RR managed only 56 for 5 in this phase, with only 22 runs in that boundaries. Unlike KKR, Rajasthan's bowlers, their spinners, particularly in the middle overs, lacked that potency on that wicket. In fact, Akash Chopra, former Indian cricketer and cricket analyst, he was surprised by their decision. He said, while I understand the urge to spread the game and take it to different pockets of the country, it is difficult to wrap your head around the fact that the people living in Rajasthan will get to see their team play at Jaipur for the first time on the 13th of April, 3 weeks after the tournament starts. The pitch at Guwahati doesn't look like the one that suits Rajasthan Royals' strengths either. They need belters and let batters win games. Now, Kolkata Knight Riders all-rounder Moeen Ali, he said he dominated Rajasthan Royals batters by thinking like a batter after helping his side to their first victory in this Premier League this season. Sunil Narayan's illness opened the door for Moeen to make his Kolkata debut, and the Englishman grabbed his chance with both hands, claiming 2 for 23 in his 4 tidy overs. The Trinidadian Sunil Narayan, he was the most valuable player when Kolkata won the IPL title last year and is the franchise's most successful bowler. But Moeen proved more than adequate replacement. After removing Rajasthan opener Yashasvi Jaiswal, he returned to bowl Nitish Rana from round the wicket with a classical off-spinner's delivery that spun past the bat and hit the top of the middle stump. And he was really happy with that delivery. He said, and I quote, "That ball was a nice ball. I don't have the skill as other bowlers, but my job is to contain as much as I can. I think my skill is that I think like a batter." So a lot of the time, I'm trying to think what they think, and it works in my favour. Moeen managed only 5 with the bat, but his opening partner, Quinton de Kock, he led Kolkata's successful chase with their unbeaten 97, of course, helping defending champions bounce back from their defeat by Royal Challengers Bengaluru in their season opener. Moeen retired from England duty last year. He said he's keen to act as a productive spin partner for Varun Chakravarti. He said, "I'm used to bowling with somebody who's better than me and has more mystery than me. So my job there is to bowl as tight as I can, and hopefully that builds pressure for that person to then get wickets," which is exactly what Moeen Ali did with Varun Chakravarti last night. All right, this is a disturbing story. Polish world number 2, Iga Swiatek, she has been given extra security after a spectator at the Miami Open verbally abused the 5 times major champion during a practice session last weekend. Now, media reports noted that the perpetrator of the verbal attack was the same person who had sent the Polish tennis star harassing messages via social media. The incident came just a month after a stalker had to be removed from a match being played by the 2021 US Open champion MA Raducanu in Dubai. Now, in a video released online, the man can be heard shouting at Swiatek. He says, and I quote, "Hey Iga, call your mother, Iga. When are you going to make up with your mother?" He then made references to Swiatek's psychologist Daria Abramovich. "Daria runs like water, like a trained dog." The 5-time Grand Slam champion lost 6-2, 7-5 to a 19-year-old wildcard Alexandra Ela in the quarterfinals at the Miami Open. But Swiatek's representatives, they said that the Miami incident appears to be a direct transition from verbal aggression online to harassment in the real world. He was aggressive and taunting. They also added that security is a top priority. We monitor the network to catch these types of issues. Constructive criticism is one thing, and threats, hate speech, or even disturbance during training is another. This cannot be condoned. The Miami Open also, they issued a statement saying, "We take the safety and security of all players and tournament attendees extremely seriously. We constantly evaluate any potential threats and take every measure to respond appropriately. To ensure the effectiveness of these efforts, we do not disclose the details of our security operations." Now, this incident involving Swiatek, like I said, little over a month after a spectator was removed from the Dubai Championship after causing 2021 US Open champion MA Raducanu distress by exhibiting fixated behavior towards the British player. And I don't know if you've seen that video. It's a very disturbing video where she just sobbed looking at that stalker among the crowd. So that's happening way too often now in the women's tennis. Okay, moving on to football. The winner of FIFA's first 32-team Club World Cup in the United States could earn $125 million as details of a $1 billion prize money fund were finally published on Wednesday. FIFA said it allocated $525 million in guaranteed fees for teams taking part in the June 14 to July 13 tournament, ranging from $38.19 million to the top-ranked European team, likely Real Madrid, to $3.58 million for the Oceania representative, which is Auckland City. A further $475 million is earned by results in the 63 games, with $2 million paid for the winning group stage games, $7.5 million for playing in the round of 16, and $40 million to the team that wins the final at MetLife Stadium near New York. The Golden Trophy has been sitting in the Oval Office at the White House this month after FIFA President Gianni Infantino delivered it to President Donald Trump. The prize fund was delayed until a global broadcast deal was belatedly agreed in December with streaming service DAZN, which then got a major investment from a state-backed sports agency in Saudi Arabia. Payments will be decided by a ranking based on sporting and commercial criteria. This is what FIFA has said, but they didn't provide any details. Manchester City, Bayern Munich, Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea also qualified by either winning a Champions League title from 2021 to 2024 or having consistent results in the competition over those 4 seasons. Countries were capped at 2 entries unless they had 3 Champions League winners. Salzburg of Austria qualified as the final European team, despite never advancing beyond the round of 16 because higher-ranked clubs like Liverpool and Barcelona were blocked by the country cap. Each of the 12 European teams in the Club World Cup lineup will be paid at least $12.81 million as an entry fee. The 6 South American teams each will get $15.21 million as entry fee. Teams from Africa, Asia and the CONCACAF region of North America, including Lionel Messi's Inter Miami, despite not winning the MLS Cup title last season, each will get $9.55 million for playing. Now, FIFA aims to pay $250 million to clubs worldwide who did not qualify for the tournament. It's unclear how many clubs will be paid or how much they will get, but that is huge. That's a lot of money for this Club World Cup. Okay, moving on from that to La Liga, and Barcelona coach Hansi Flick has said that his team has enough quality to beat any rival, and they are focused on their next match against Osasuna despite missing some players after the international break. The Catalans, they will host Osasuna on Thursday in a rescheduled La Liga match that was postponed on 8th of March due to the sudden passing of their club doctor Carles Minaro. Flick will notably said that Barcelona will be without Rafinha and Ronald Araujo, who were on international duty with Brazil and Uruguay, respectively, in South America World Cup qualifiers as recently on Tuesday. Barca and Osasuna both failed in their appeals for the fixture to be moved, meaning the 2 teams face the prospect of 2 games in just 4 days, as Barcelona play Girona on Sunday and Osasuna will be up against Athletic Club. Despite this scheduling controversy, Barca start the final stretch of the club season in excellent shape. They have won their last 7 league games in succession. They sit on top of La Liga. The Catalans are title favourites at this point. For Osasuna, though, the hope is that the international break gave them the opportunity to reset after a 6-game winless run across all competitions. Barcelona lead La Liga with 60 points, level with Real Madrid, but ahead on goal difference and with a game in hand. Asked about Real Madrid's recent complaints over scheduling, where they said they would refuse to play if they don't have 72 hours of rest between each match, Flick said that he was proud that he was at Barca and not at Real.
We are Barca, we are not Real, okay? I'm very proud that we are Barca. I think we have a big quality in this team and we can win against everyone, also if there is some players not in the team. So it's for me, we focused on this, we're looking forward and very positive about that. They have a long flight and it's not the best way because they have to recover, they also have to train. So Ronald, he didn't play the last match, but I don't know what he's training with the national team. So I think for him, after his injury, it's good to train more the next days, recover first about the travel, and then train a little bit more, and then we will see what happens on Sunday.
On to Formula One, and Yuki Tsunoda will race for Red Bull from his home Japanese Formula One Grand Prix next week, with struggling New Zealander Liam Lawson demoted to their sister team Racing Bulls in a straight swap. Lawson preferred to the more experienced Tsunoda when former champions Red Bull dropped Mexican Sergio Perez at the end of last year, has yet to score as teammate of 4-time world champion Max Verstappen. Tsunoda, he started the season strongly and has shrugged off an early career reputation for being excitable and erratic. The 24-year-old has been itching for a chance to show what he can do at the top team. This is what they said in a statement. It has been difficult to see Liam struggle with the RB21 at the first 2 races, and as a result, we have collectively taken the decision to make an early switch. We came into the 2025 season with 2 ambitions: to retain the World Drivers' Championship and to reclaim the World Constructors' title. And this is purely a sporting decision. I acknowledge there's a lot of work to be done with the RB21, and Yuki's experience will prove highly beneficial in helping to develop the current car. Now, Tsunoda has been backed through his career by Honda, and that makes things a little more complicated, which is Red Bull's engine partner until the end of the season, and also owners of the Suzuka circuit that hosts the Japanese Grand Prix on 6th of April. Honda are switching to Aston Martin in 2026, however, and Tsunoda's future beyond this year has looked uncertain, with last year's teammate Lawson promoted over him and the Japanese repeatedly snubbed. Now, Christian Horner, who was the team principal, he had questioned the sense of keeping Tsunoda on after 2025 at Racing Bulls, given that the team's main purpose is to prepare young drivers for the setup, with others in the pipeline. Thursday's decision, this will be seen as brutal. After just 2 races, Lawson added to a list of young drivers who've been found wanting, and they've been shipped out after going up alongside Verstappen. Alex Albon, now at Williams, Pierre Gasly, racing for Alpine, are 2 such drivers who've rebuilt their reputations after leaving Red Bull. But this is something which is going to be huge for them. And also the fact that it just shows you how cutthroat Formula One can be. And, the admission by Red Bull that they made the wrong choice in picking Lawson. They were far more patient with Sergio Perez. Now with Lawson being axed just after 2 races, that just shows how difficult this is for the F1 drivers. And with that, it is a wrap here on Game On. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.